I'm the guy that, oh, would you? And I say yes. Well, my name is Edward Cascardo. I go by Ed. Originally, I'm from Rockville, Maryland. I've been living here in Florida since 1998. I left Maryland in '85 and I went to live in Argentina. I lived there for 15 years. And I want to come back to the country I was born in, which is here in the States. And now I live here in Stuart, Florida. What brought me here, I was working for a restaurant chain as a corporate trainer. I'm a chef by trade. And well, I was working at a nice area in Jupiter Island, and then COVID hit, and all the restaurants shut down. So therefore, all the jobs shut down. And that's what caused me to now be homeless. There was no jobs, and all my savings were used up, trying to survive for a couple of years without being able to get work. Because all my savings were dwindling away, and of course I couldn't rent anymore. I had odd jobs here and there, but I was doing tree work and just day labor here and there, but I couldn't get back into my field. To get a full-time job, first of all, a lot of people won't hire someone at age 60. Age does matter when they want to hire someone, especially in the restaurant business. Well, we don't want an older server, they want okay, well. So that kind of limits you a little bit. They all want young people, and I've been volunteering here since 2016, but I just did it as volunteer work, and I started meeting the people here and meeting people that were clients here, and they pretty much helped me during that transition from the house to say, hey, look, we have a camp here, you can move in with us, get yourself a tent. And so we had like a little mini community of 5 or 6 people, and we all looked out for each other, so. But that also can become complicated because depending who is in that group, not everybody is on the same wavelength as the other person. Some because of drugs, some because of just animosity towards each other, some alcohol, and so if you don't fall into their pattern, then you're not welcome, so. And I didn't fall into that pattern, so that's why I live by myself now. One way society could help a little bit more is not being so judgmental, because they have no idea what each person has gone through or is going through. Could be health issues. Another reason I can't really work too much is because I suffer seizures, and I've fallen out on the job. And unless I get a complete, perfect bill of health, a lot of places will not hire you, because I'm honest when I fill out an application. I say, yeah, condition, I suffer seizures. And that started a few years ago. But like I said, if people would be less judgmental on who they see on the street and not assume that everybody is an alcoholic or a drug addict, and what could be done to improve it, certain counties, and I refer to Martin County specifically, they will not open homeless shelters. A friend of mine runs another nonprofit. He applied for a permit to build a homeless shelter. He was denied because he wanted a homeless shelter. He could have built a gas station that will contaminate the land. He would have been approved for that. But when he wanted to do a homeless shelter, he said nope. And he had someone donate the land. He had a contractor that was doing it at cost. So he had everything set up. But when he went to get the permit, they turned him down. Luckily, and this is one thing I do, there are shelters for women and children, but for men are stuck on the street. And even though they need a place to, be able to change, take a nice shower, I leave, a lot of people say, oh, you're not homeless. I go, what do you mean? You don't look homeless. Am I supposed to look nasty? And a lot of us don't want to be that way. But if you can't get a shower, you can't change your clothes, you're kind of limited to and you're being deprived because there's no shelter. Somehow you can get it into Martin County's head that a lot of men require some assistance and not just put them down. And now the police, they want to make it unlawful to be homeless. They're threatened to arrest you for being in a public park. It's a public park. It's open to the public. But, oh, you're homeless, you can't be here. I go, why not? I go to the park, I read a lot. I read 3 or 4 books a week. So I'll go to a park, which is a beautiful day like today, and I'll sit there and reading. I just read. I've had, you say, oh, well, you've been here too long. I'm in an open park. It's daytime. What am I doing wrong? I'm reading a book. Oh, well, you've been here for 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, so? Yeah, so but they know I'm homeless, so they give you the hard time because you're homeless. They want to make you feel bad because you're homeless. And it wasn't really my choice. Yeah, and like I said, a lot of people just jump. I try to dress somewhat decent. He goes, oh, you're not homeless. Yes, I am. Oh, what do you mean? Well, I live in a tent in the woods. And now, here's another thing. All the woods are being cut down, so there is nowhere for other people to go. I was in Palm City about 8 months ago, and the police officers came. And they said, wow, this is the cleanest camp we've ever seen. And I go, well, I try to keep it clean, yeah. He goes, oh, wow. Well, it's not us, but you got to go. I go, no matter where you go, we'll find you. And the cops even told me that. We'll find you. You can move it somewhere, but we'll probably find you. We'll kick you out of there too. So what am I supposed to do? They don't provide a lot or land for us to move to. I'm frustrated, but at the same time, I roll with the punches and just, hey, tomorrow's another day, man. Just keep going.